All right, everybody, welcome to lesson 4 of our first science unit. Today we're going to talk about things called stability and external forces. So, as a review, what is stability? Well, if you think back to our first unit, or our first lesson, pardon me, you'll remember that stability refers to how well a structure maintains its position. If I can shove it and it stays still, it's stable. If I shove it and it bends or falls over or anything like this, it's not very stable. An external force is some force that is applied to a structure by something else. So if I push on a door with my hand, the external force is applied by my hand to the door. All right? My hand is the external force. An example that acts on everything is gravity. Gravity is always an external force and it pulls everything down. We're going to skip by this because there's no one here. The center of gravity of an object is an imaginary point around which a structure's weight is balanced in all directions. So as an example, we're going to look at this picture here. All right. The center of gravity here, you'll notice that the top and the bottom are about equal sized. So the center of gravity is probably somewhere about here. For this one, the weight is way more at the top than will be at the bottom because the top is much larger than where the bottom is. So the center of gravity is going to be weighted more toward the top. It's going to be up here, right? So if we think about it, which of these is going to be easier to topple over? Well, it's going to be the one on the left, or it's going to be the one on the right, right? If you just think about these two tables, you push this one, it's not going to be easy to knock over as this one is. This one is more stable in part because its center of gravity is closer to the ground and it has a larger base. This one, the center of gravity is higher and the base is small, so it's easier to knock over. All right. So your task for this lesson, it's pretty simple. 2 parts. The first one, I tell you gravity is an external force that acts on all structures. I want you, for each of these structures, tell me about an external force which could normally act on it. So for your first one, what kind of force acts on a nail? Well, the easy answer is a hammer, right? A hammer slams a nail into a board of wood, right? What kind of force acts on a floor, on an airplane, on a tree, a pencil, right? All you need to write is where the force is coming from. So for this one, you would just write hammer. And some of these, there's more than one right answer. Second one, we talk about a football player. It takes a 3-point stance. That's what this is called. It's because it's got 3 points, the 2 feet, and the hand on the ground. So if we talk about center of gravity, why would the football player take a stance like this instead of just standing up straight? Right? Think of what football players have to do. When the whistle blows, what's probably going to happen? Why would you take this stance instead of standing up straight when you think about this idea of center of gravity? Right? Think back to the example I just talked about with the 2 tables. That's your hint. All right. Once you're done that, you've covered our stuff for today, and we will continue next time. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and have a good day.